Hello and welcome back to another Solasta Lost Valley creating our party video, where today we are going to create our third character. Now, we've said DLC characters, so there is going to be a Warlock. We're also doing a Barbarian, and I have not played with a Barbarian. Barbarian came in Primal Strength, not Primal Strength, Primal something, Primal Calling DLC, which came out, I think, even before Lost Valley came out. But it's not something I've messed around with. In that pack we also got Half Orc. I don't know why we don't have Full Orc. I'm sure you could be a Full Orc. But it seems fitting that our Primal Calling class is our Primal Calling race. Hence the Half Orc, which really stacks in nicely with a Barbarian anyway, because the +2 strength, +1 con, really good. Haven't played much Half Orc, haven't played any Barbarian, so this is going to be very interesting, potentially very dangerous, because I know that Rage and... it's not Rage, is it? It's Savage Attacks, I think. You basically gain advantage, but you give the enemy advantage to hit you back. It's going to be interesting, and I'm probably going to die quite a lot because of it, but let's have a little look at the Half Orc before we carry on. 6 move, fairly standard, happy with that. As we've said, the +2 strength, +1 con. Dark Vision, I've said, for our melee characters especially, Dark Vision is really big in this game, so great. I didn't know that was in there, but I'll happily take it. Menacing, so proficiency on intimidation, not too worried about that. If I'm honest, we've got other charisma based, well, I mean our bard is pure charisma, so I'm not worried about that. Relentless endurance is nice. So when you're reduced to 0 hit points, but not killed outright, so usually when you drop to 0 hit points anyway, you actually drop to 1 and stay up. Now you can only use it until you finish a long rest, so it's basically a once a day thing. Fine. We're going to go with it. It's nice. It again thematically plays into our Barbarian. They just keep taking the hits. Even a hit that should have killed them, they're still standing somehow. So I really like that. And Savage Attacks, when you score a critical crit hit with a melee attack, you can roll one of the weapon's damage dice an additional time and add the result as extra damage. Oh, so a Half Orc makes crits even more deadly. Oh, that could be good on the fighter, where you can have you crit 19 and 20. That's nice. That's really nice. That's going to boost up our damage. I'm a little torn. Do we do female or do we do male? Let's go male orc. Nah, we're going female. Female orc barbarian. As I said, we're going barbarian. It just looks cool as well. I mean, I'm not sure about the MC Hammer trousers, but I like the... Can they only use like fur and medium armor? Like medium... No, because that's metal, isn't it? Whatever this is, I like that... Actually, what does... You can tell I've not played about with these before. Oh, that just looks a little silly. It looks so much better for that harness. Just doesn't work for me. No, we're going... And I don't know how long you'll stay in this. We're going female. Is it like a... It's not really a corset, is it? I don't know. But I like that leather. And again, in my head, the lack of armour means that it's just raw strength and physicality keeping you going. So that, for me, it works. They're not going to be covered in armour. They're not a knight. They're not a fighter. They're just swinging around in a rage. I really like that look. Saving throw, strength and constitution, fairly basic for exactly what I was expecting. Weapons, we get simple weapons, martial weapons, so we can wield the big stuff. Light armor, medium armor, shield. I doubt I'll be using a shield, I'll put it that way. Barbarian skills, we get animal handling, athletics, intimidation, nature, perception, survival. Yeah. Nice to have. Rage, when in battle you fight with primal ferocity. On your turn you can enter a rage as a bonus action. This grants you advantage on strength saves and checks. An additional +2 bonus to melee attack damage. And resistance to slashing, bludgeoning and piercing damage, which is really nice. You gain these benefits only if you are now wearing heavy armor. I think that's meant to say not wearing heavy armor. Lasts for 1 minute or ends if you have not attacked or suffered damage since your last turn. You start with 2 rages which are renewed on a long rest. Definitely a long rest character. Unarmored defense, very similar to the monk. So when while you're not wearing armor, you get 10 plus dex plus constitution. So strength is crucial, constitution is crucial. It sounds like dex is quite none of that made sense, did it? I'm just listening to it back in my head. Strength and con are must-haves, and dex is seemingly a must-have as well to get your armor up, because that's a really nice thing to fall back on, and I might play into that. Equipment wise, I think we're probably going to keep this as it is. I like the two-handed weapon idea. There's some good feats for it, for dishing out damage with it, and I just think, you know, big axe, big sword, it fits the barbarian theme for me. 2 hand axes is nice as well, gives you a little bit of range, not a lot of range distance wise, but a little bit of ranged as well. Explorer's pack, we'll take it. Smith's tools we don't need, but we'll take it. 4 javelins, yeah, okay. It's slightly better than... They are much better than the hand axe. But we'll take them. It all works. We don't need to mess around with that. It was the great axe that I was more interested in. Now, having never gone with a wanderer, I'm tempted to go wanderer. Basically, barbarian, orc, clan-based. That's where my head is with them. But I'm thinking that they've left their clan, they've gone off on an adventure, or they've got separated, or, you know, they wanted something else. Maybe as a half orc they've been ostracized because they're not a full orc. Because they're not a full orc, they can't be part of the clan. So they were just thrown out into the wilds, and they've had to fend for themselves, and their rage is what's kept them going. I like that idea. The other option is sellsword. Sellsword is... I mean, either one would work. Thrown out the pack wandering, or thrown out the pack... Yeah, okay, we'll go wanderer. Ego again. Out on their own, they don't need anyone else. That kind of idea. They're definitely not up for caution. Maybe pragmatism. They're all pragmatic. This is a very pragmatic party. We've already got ego. Definitely violence. Definitely violence. Yeah, it's cynical as well. Having been left on their own to fend for themselves for so long. Cast out of their clan. Right, this bit I'm going to edit because it's going to take a while. Alright, after a couple of rolls, and it wasn't that many to be fair, we've landed on a really nice little bit of a setup here. Again, I'm thinking feats and stuff and what we can do to boost strength down the line, but thinking with what we can do for dex and constitution, this is ridiculous. I've never seen that many 17s, and the lowest is a 14. That's crazy. I think it's pretty obvious what we're going to do. I think intelligence over wisdom. No, wisdom. It doesn't make a lot of difference either way. But that's ridiculous, so we're having it. Really nice con, which will give us a good bit of health. We've got health dice on a D12 as well, so we should be starting with a decent bit of health. +3 to Dex, +4 to Con already, which gives us +7, so 17 AC. That's pretty good when we're not wearing armour. And I don't know how much I'm going to build into the Dexterity, because I want to get that Constitution up and obviously the Strength as well. But that's good. That's nice. I'm happy with that. Very, very happy with that. Saving throws, again. I mean, animal handling does actually work in this instance, doesn't it? We've got 2, so we'll definitely have athletics because that's one of our saves. I think we might take animal handling. With the whole idea of them being a berserker, basically. Think Nordic berserkers. I don't think perception, but then perception to weak spots. Again, this is purely just for my own RP in my head. So, having lived on their own, being in the wild, I think perception would have been honed a little bit more. Herbalism tools I like. Oh, we only get Orcish, we don't get any other languages. But that still makes sense. Common, human, half-orc. And Orcish for the other half of the half-orc. It's in the name. Not sure. Why am I explaining that? You guys understand this stuff better than me most of the time. I think that's it. I think we're good. Let's design our half-orc. So I need a name. Kara. I'm not having Kara. Heshra. Heshra. Kalia. Trekker. Ada. Rika. Dara. Ada. I don't like any of these. I should just type my own, but I wouldn't even know where to start. Let's go Heshra. It just works in my tongue a little bit better instead of Heshra. Heshra. Let's pretend that it's Orcish for alone. Job done. Skin tone. We're obviously green. Are we going dark green? The humour, mind you. Paler, having lived out in the wilds. I'm getting really into this. There's a bit of like shading and difference in skin texture on that one. We'll go with that one. Body decoration, absolutely. What have we got? Quite like that. In purple. Like a huntress's mask. Pink's too much. Purple berries would be easy to find. We'll go with that. Scars, absolutely. I do like that one, and it's also, it would work in the wild. A bear or a wolf or something has got to you. Is there like a messy one? Like a super messy, long, messy. This is the same hairstyles that everybody else has, isn't it? You know what? I don't hate that. It's long. It's braided. I think we're going to go with that. What colour is an orc's hair? Can they have purple hair? There is very little difference between the two of the three greys that we have. I like that. I like that darker. We'll go brown. Eye colour. I kind of like a fiery kind of, we'll go with that. Physique, absolutely. You're huge. Of course you're huge, you're a berserker. It's a shame we can't do anything about teeth and things and jaw. We're very limited in, whereas the Dragonborn is, I think we showed it off on the overview for the inner strength. The Dragonborn has so many different features and things that you can change. Really, really cool. Whereas there isn't much with the half-orc. But I think that's it. I think that's our half-orc. That's Heshra. Our half-orc berserker. Not berserker. Yes, berserker. They're called berserkers. No, they're not, are they? What are they called? Barbarians. Yeah, barbarians. Berserker is the name that I've given to them. Yeah, I think that works. I'm quite happy with that. It does have that slightly feral look about it, wild-eyed. Yeah, absolutely. Where are you? Let's have a little look as we close out this video. There we go. Big old axe. Like scavenged. I like that it's different. You've got maybe scavenged. She's killed a knight or something, or a hunting party. And she's scavenged bits and, you know, nothing really fits properly. And yeah, I like that. It's crazy. It's a little out there. We're going for it. That is Heshra, our half-orc barbarian. AC 17 to start is really nice again when you're not wearing armour. Just like the monk with the wisdom and stuff, but wisdom plays into other things. Constitution is huge to have that on there. Really good. Really looking forward to getting into this campaign now. It's all starting to come together. This is our third character. We have one more to put together. That video will be dropping very soon. And the campaign is just around the corner. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know in the comments what you think of our party so far. And I'll see you in the next one.